Okay, I know I'm short, but you don't have to put it down quite that far, Nathan. I'll just give my husband a hard time because he's on sound today. Oh wait, I can't change dates. It's okay. All right. So today we're going to talk about a story called The Fall of Man. It's found in Genesis 3. Can anybody in Sunday school tell me what it's about? It's like, this is like one of the ones that we go over all the time. So, in the beginning, what happened? That's right, God created the heavens and the earth, and then what happened after that? Toka? That's right, and then he made Adam and Eve, and what happened after that? That's right, they ate a fruit from a bad tree, and that is what this story is about. It's like, so, you guys have heard it in Sunday school. I'm sure all of us have heard it in Sunday school. It's like, and growing up, it's like, so, oh, apparently you covered it this morning. So that's even better. So I'm going to play a video now. It's like, and it will tell it a little bit of a different way. So let's see if you learned something new by listening to it a little differently.
Snake was the savviest of all of the creatures in the Creator's perfect planet. The reptile surveyed the scene with keen snake eyes. Streetwise, armed with an arsenal of plausible lies, he slithered up to Eve, the woman, from her blind side, preserving the element of surprise. And he said, "Hello, child. How was your day? I overheard your conversation. I just had one simple question. Exactly what did the Creator say? That thing about the tree, the evil and the good, how do you know that you understood? Did he really say what you think you heard? Maybe your mind twisted up the words. Did he say hands off all the plants? Don't look, don't touch, don't taste? What a waste that would be." Eve, the woman, pointed out the tree with the taboo. The tree of the knowing, the good and evil too. She told the snake that God had made it drop dead clear that everything else was free, every other tree. But if they took one tiny taste of the fruit of this particular one, they would absolutely, positively crash and burn. Said the snake, faking genuine concern. The deity's afraid of what you're gonna learn. With just one bite, you'll be just like him. Eyes wide open, knowing the heights of what humans can do, knowing the depths, the despicable too. God would have no tactical advantage over you. You and your man could have the run of the place, total control over the food you eat, the life you live, the path you choose. With just one small bite, you could gain the whole green world. And that means that God yours would lose. The woman Eve walked closer and closer to the tree. She sniffed and felt the fruit against her cheek. Totally wise, with open eyes, she said, "What's wrong with that? Maybe my man and I were born for this. Born to know, born to control, born to rule." She swallowed hard, and it was done. She gave some to her covenant partner, Adam. He opened his mouth and gobbled it down, and the universe was silent. It was the cool part of the day, and God was walking through the land he made. His ecosystem so magnificently put together, about to erode, about to implode before his sad and timeless eyes. He took one long, last look and kissed the innocents goodbye. Adam, where you hiding, son? Eve, girl, what have you done? The ground is broken now, under a curse, from bad to worse. Now your eyes are wise and clear. Now you know shame. Now you know fear. Now you know you're naked. Now you run for cover. Well, here's what's gonna happen. Life will be shorter. Pain will be greater. Work will be harder. Grinding it out by the sweat on your brow, the blood on your hands. Eve and Adam, even the bond you have will now be strained, slightly off, distorted, refrained. And as for you, reptile snake, Adam will crush your head. You will strike and bite his heel. You will feel the weight of the consequences of what you've done for eons. He looked them in the eye with a sigh. It's broken now, he said. And the serpent, he just smiled.
So, what exactly was the original sin? It's like based on that movie. Yes, so disobedience is the obvious one. It's like, but we've also got lack of trust in God. It's like, so because they didn't believe that God knew what was best and wanted what was best for them, it's like, that's why they ate the fruit. It's like, they distrusted God's intentions. They thought that he was holding out on them. It's like, oh, it's like, by not being like, it's like, oh, if we eat this, then we'll be wise like him. He's like trying to keep good stuff from us. It's like, so like it said in the video, Eve's like, what's wrong with being wise? How could that be a bad thing? But raise your hand if you, by choice, would like to know pain, fear, or shame. None of us, right? It's like, all right. And then there's also idolatry. So Adam was there with Eve listening to the sermon because she didn't throw the apple across the garden to him. She just handed it to him. It's like, and Adam cared more about not embarrassing his wife in front of the serpent during this conversation than listening to what God said and following what he said. And that's why he's disqualified from the garden. It's like, and then there's pride. Because they assumed that they knew better than God did what was good for them. And they wanted to be in charge of their own lives. They didn't want to submit to what God said. So fast forwarding to now, it's like, so these 4 sins that we kind of listed out are things that everyone in this room, everyone in the world, your parents, you guys, me, Pastor Ichime, it's like, all struggle with still today. It's like, so we have to ask ourselves, like, all the time, do we care more about what others think or about what God says to do? And will we trust that God actually has our best interests in mind and wants what's best for us and do what he says for us to do, that's written down in the Bible. So that's my challenge for all of us today, is to sort of like keep these things in mind. So let's pray and get you guys up to Nichiko Children's Church. Right. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day, and thank you for this chance to revisit a story that's probably very familiar to a lot of us, and see that we are still broken and we are still like suffering from the effects of something that happened so long ago. It's like, and that our relationship with you has been skewed, and that Satan, he really doesn't care that you cursed him if he can take us down with him. It's like our sin makes him happy. So please be protecting us. It's like as we go into the world from Satan's lies. It's like, and be with the children as they go upstairs to Nichiko. It's like that they'll be able to learn and enjoy themselves there. In Jesus' name.